Hello dear children, by this video of mine I am going to explain you the chapter The World of Growing Knowledge. Children, you know when early man started their life, initially they faced many difficulties. Fine, they were not able to speak, they were not able to communicate, they don't know how to lit the fire, so they faced many difficulties. But through their observation and experimentation, it helped them a lot. They used to observe new things, they used to experiment on those things, and it helped them a lot. Then children, he made many discoveries and inventions. So many discoveries he made, like the discovery of wheel, the discovery of the invention of numbers, paper, writing, printing press. So these all helped him a lot. And the turning point in the history of early man was the discovery and invention of the wheel. The following inventions contributed a lot in bringing man to the present stage of knowledge. The inventions which the early man had did, they helped him to bring it here till the time we are here. The invention of the wheel, the concept of writing, helped early man to reach till here. The concept of writing. Yes, the first was the concept of writing. Early man learned how to write. Earlier he used to draw the drawings in the caves, right? And then slowly he came to know how to write. The history of writing. Okay, yes, and it is called hieroglyphics. The writing, the story of writing, the concept of writing is called hieroglyphics. Then children, invention of numbers helped him a lot. These were the discoveries which early man made. This concept of writing, the invention of numbers, then came your invention of paper, then came your invention of printing press. So these all helped early man a lot. In the beginning, children, the early man did not have any specific language. They used to use their hands for communicating. They use their gestures to communicate to others. Okay, they don't have their specific language. They used to communicate like this. So he did not know the concept of writing. He did not write the way we write. As they were not knowing any language, so he was not writing the way we write. Okay, man communicated with the help of signs and symbols. The early man, they used to communicate with the help of signs and different symbols. And man communicated with the help of signs and symbols. Then they developed what? Gradually early man begins using symbols, and this development led to this. So do you know many drawings and paintings have been found on the cave walls in France, Spain and India. Now the story of writing. The Chinese script is a pictorial presentation. The early man used the Chinese script. They used to draw on the walls of the caves and explain their things to others. So the Chinese script is a pictorial presentation. The Chinese were the first to write on paper. Gradually early human beings using symbols, and this development, they started using different symbols. The development of script, the script came, they used different symbols to communicate, led to the growth of the script, and this led to the growth of the development of the symbols and the signs. This led to the growth of the script. They were reading through the help of different symbols. Like we used to read with the help of alphabets, numbers. They used to read and write with the help of different symbols. Scripts, children, it is of two types, based on sounds and based on symbols. The script is of two types, based on sound and based on symbols. Okay. India, Egypt, Iraq and China are the oldest civilizations of the world. These are the oldest civilizations of the world where early man was found and where the remains of early man were found. Now, what is hieroglyph? A hieroglyph is the system of writing anything. In India, one of the oldest scripts have been found on the seals of the Indus Valley civilization. It is found on the seals of the Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization is the oldest civilization of the world, and it was found in India. The Brahmi script or the Indian script was developed about 2000 years ago. Now, the Indian script was the Brahmi script. It was developed 2000 years ago. The script of Hindi is Devanagari. Now, children, the different languages are written in different scripts. So, Hindi is written in Devanagari script. The script of Punjabi is Gurmukhi and that of English is Roman. Punjabi is written in Gurmukhi script and English is written in Roman script. English is our second official language. Our official language is Hindi. That means all the paperwork in India is done in Hindi, and English is our second official language. According to the Constitution of India, according to our Indian Constitution, 22 languages have been recognized that can be used for official work. Now, in our India, our Constitution give access to 22 languages in which we can do the official work. Now, children, as you see on the screen, he is Louis Braille. He made a script for the blind people in 1825, and his script is called as the Braille script. This is the Braille script. Louis Braille developed this script that is called the Braille script. And how people used to read, the blind people used to read by these raised dots. Can you see these black dots? These are the raised dots on paper. So, by touching the raised dots, the visually challenged people means those who are blind, they were able to read the script. Alright. A number is an arithmetic value. Now, story of numbers, from where we get the numbers. And a number is a arithmetical value representing a particular quantity. It represents a particular quantity. 1 means 1, 2 means 2, 2 doesn't means 1. Right? And the concept of zero was given to the world by Indians. We have given the concept of zero to the world. This system reached Europe via the Arabs and is used all over the world. Now, when the Arabs came to India, they took this system of zero and it was given to the world by the Arabs. Then, children, the Roman people, they developed their own writing system of writing numbers, and they used the 7 symbols that we called as the Roman numerals. You study these in maths. So, the 7 important symbols are I, V, X, L, C, D and M. These are the important symbols. The term paper is derived from this plant. This is the papyrus plant, and the term paper is derived from this plant. We made paper from the papyrus plant. Okay. Today, paper is made from many things such as grass, plants and wood pulp. The paper is made from so many things such as grass, plants and wood pulp. Okay, the paper is mainly made by the papyrus plant. Now, when the paper came, people start writing on the piece of paper. So, writing became very tough. If one book is written with 500 pages, so making the copy of those books become very tough, right? Because one person cannot write, and it took so many years to write. So, slowly, what came? Printing. That makes paper writing easy. So, before the invention of paper, the man was writing on clay tablets, leaves and skins of animals. They were using these things for writing. And after paper, what happened? Printing press came. The books were written by hand. But such books had many disadvantages. What were the disadvantages? They took time, and when the paper become old, you cannot preserve that paper. Right? So, they have many disadvantages. Then, Marco Polo. He was a Marco Polo was an explorer from Italy. He went to China and he took the concept of printing from Italy to his country, China. So Chinese were the first one to develop the concept of writing, and in 1450 Johannes Gutenberg, he was a German national, he developed the first modern printing press. He made the first modern printing press, and this is Johannesburg printing press. This is the first press in which first book was written. In 1450 Johannes Gutenberg, a German national, developed the first modern printing press. The Bible, and on Johannes Gutenberg printing press, the Bible was the first book which was printed, right? The Bible was the first book to be printed on Gutenberg's printing press. Now what happened when these printing press were settled? So more and more people began to read books. They were able to read the books. More and more people, they were able to read the books, and today thousands of newspaper, magazines and books are being printed. So many. If you see, if one single morning only, so many homes read the same newspaper. So these newspapers are printed at night. So this was the story of development of early man to the present man, the world of growing knowledge, how their world uh, grew and their knowledge developed. Thank you.